The Conjuring franchise, a cornerstone of modern horror cinema, has captivated audiences with its chilling tales of paranormal investigations led by Ed and Lorraine Warren. As the series prepares for its fourth and final installment, The Conjuring Last Rites, director James Wan has shared his reasoning for concluding this beloved saga. Known for his work on Saw and Insidious, Wan's decision to end the franchise reflects a strategic choice to preserve its legacy while leaving fans with a memorable finale. His insights reveal a deep respect for the audience's connection to the characters and a desire to exit on a high note, ensuring the series remains a benchmark in horror storytelling. The Conjuring Last Rites, set to release on September 5th, marks the culmination of a journey that began in 2013 with the original Conjuring film. Directed by Michael Chavez, with Wan serving as a producer and story co-creator, the film brings back Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as Ed and Lorraine Warren. The story draws inspiration from the real-life Smurl haunting, a case that tested the Warrens' skills as paranormal investigators. Wan's decision to end the franchise with this film stems from a desire to avoid overstaying its welcome, a fate that has befallen many long-running horror series. "We don't want to keep going until we've exhausted the audience's interest," Wan explained, emphasizing the importance of concluding while the characters and story remain compelling. The Conjuring universe, which spans 9 films including spin-offs like Annabelle and The Nun, has been a cultural phenomenon, blending supernatural horror with emotional depth. The Warrens, portrayed with authenticity by Wilson and Farmiga, have become iconic figures, their on-screen chemistry mirroring the real-life couple's devotion to each other and their work. Wan's vision for the franchise has always been to ground the horror in human experiences, fear, faith, and resilience, making the stories resonate beyond mere jump scares. Last Rites aims to honor this legacy by delivering a narrative that is both terrifying and emotionally satisfying, tying up the Warrens' journey in a way that feels complete. Wan's decision to end the series reflects a broader trend in horror filmmaking, where creators are increasingly mindful of audience fatigue. Franchises like Halloween and Friday the 13th have faced criticism for producing sequels that dilute their original impact. Wan, aware of this risk, wants The Conjuring to avoid a similar fate. "We love the idea of going out with a big bang while everyone's still invested in the world and the characters," he said, highlighting his commitment to quality over quantity. This approach is particularly significant in an era where streaming platforms and rapid content cycles can pressure creators to churn out sequels at the expense of creativity. The Smurl haunting, which serves as the basis for Last Rites, is one of the Warrens' most infamous cases. The real-life events, which took place in Pennsylvania in the 1970s and 1980s, involved a family tormented by malevolent entities. The case's intensity, combined with the Warrens' personal stakes, makes it a fitting choice for the franchise's finale. Wan and co-writer David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick crafted an original story that weaves elements of the Smurl case into a broader narrative, allowing the film to stand on its own while paying homage to the Warrens' legacy. The inclusion of new cast members like Mia Tomlinson and Ben Hardy suggests fresh dynamics, potentially introducing younger characters who could carry forward the Warrens' mission, even as the main series concludes. Wan's role as a producer rather than director for Last Rites reflects his trust in Chavez, who also helmed The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Chavez's familiarity with the franchise ensures continuity, while Wan's involvement guarantees that the film aligns with the series' overarching vision. This collaborative approach has been a hallmark of the Conjuring universe, with Wan and producer Peter Safran fostering a cohesive world across multiple films. The decision to end with Last Rites was not taken lightly. It involved discussions about how to balance fan expectations with the need for a satisfying conclusion. The franchise's success lies in its ability to blend horror with human drama. The Warrens' relationship, rooted in love and shared purpose, has been a through line that elevates the series above typical horror fare. Last Rites is expected to lean heavily into this dynamic, exploring the emotional toll of their final case. Wan has hinted that the film will push the Warrens to their limits, confronting them with entities that challenge their faith and resolve. This thematic depth, combined with the series' signature scares, aims to deliver a finale that feels both epic and intimate. The decision to end the franchise also reflects practical considerations. Producing high-quality horror films requires significant creative and financial investment, and Wan is mindful of maintaining the series' reputation. By concluding with Last Rites, he ensures that the Conjuring universe remains a gold standard in horror, rather than risking diminishing returns. This choice aligns with Wan's broader career philosophy, seen in his work on Saw and Insidious, where he has prioritized innovation over repetition. Fans have mixed feelings about the franchise's end. While many are excited for a grand finale, others hope for future spin-offs or a continuation of the Warren story in another form. One has not ruled out the possibility of expanding the Conjuring universe through new stories or characters, but he is clear that Last Rites marks the end of the main series. This decision allows the franchise to bow out gracefully, leaving room for future explorations without overstretching the Warrens' narrative. As The Conjuring, Last Rites approaches its release, anticipation is high. The film promises to deliver the scares and emotional weight that have defined the series, while offering closure for fans who have followed the Warrens' journey. Wan's commitment to ending on a high note reflects his respect for the audience and his understanding of the franchise's cultural impact. Whether Last Rites lives up to expectations remains to be seen, but Wan's track record suggests a finale that will linger in the minds of horror fans for years to come.